Welcome back, Pokemon Trainers. Professor Chaz here. The lab coat's on back order, and it is Wednesday, September 27th, and it's time for another news update video thingy here on the channel. A few things to mention here in the world of Pokemon. Of course, the first thing being, as always, letting you know I got a few booster packs of Pokemon TCG I'll be opening up here. I've got, what do we got there? Phantom Forces, Breakthrough, and Burning Shadows, the most recent expansion of Pokemon TCG. Can't wait to see what cards I get out of here. But of course, as always, for your chance to win one of the code cards for Pokemon TCG Online I pull out of one of those packs, just answer the question of the day, which I'll give you towards the end of the video. Now, as always, let's go over the last question of the day, and I feel kind of good, because I believe this is actually 2 weeks in a row of having a news update video thingy here on the channel, so that is awesome. Hopefully enough news keeps rolling forward so I can keep doing these on a weekly basis, and just giving out more code cards for you folks out there. But I need you folks to participate in the questions of the day, because I think the past couple of times only 2 of the viewers have been answering the question, which is fine. I don't mind, only giving out a couple codes here and there. In a case like this, where I do have 3 booster packs, in fact, last week was the same thing. I only had 2 people respond to the question. The third code that is not used just goes into the random give out for the Pokemon TCG Online videos that I do, which I need to do more of. I don't have any, or I didn't do any last week. I don't have a deck prepared for this week, but I have time to prepare one, I think, tomorrow for a video later on this week, so hopefully things pull through. Anyway, the last week's question was, I forget exactly how I worded it, but in the revelation of the new Ultra Beasts that have been revealed, UB Assembly and UB Burst, the question was, what typing or typings do you think these new Ultra Beasts will have? And the winner of the Furious Fist booster pack code card that I opened up, a regular viewer named Cheese Devil the Cat, says, my prediction for UB Burst is Fairy or Psychic or Fire. Fire because it explodes. Good idea. For UB Assembly is Rock, Steel, or Psychic. So I definitely get a rock or steel vibe from UB Assembly. It's like a whole bunch of these metallic-looking bricks that assemble together. But I wasn't thinking of Psychic until you mentioned it, and then I saw the way all those eyes are peering out from behind those bricks, and yeah, that has like a Psychic type of feel to it. But I think I said in a comment response, if we get a dual type of Fairy Fire, I believe this would be the first Fairy Fire type in the whole franchise. I might be wrong on that, and if so, feel free to call me out in that down below in the comments, but from what I can recall, I'm just going to fix my Charizard horns there, I don't think we've had a Fire and Fairy typing yet in Pokemon, so that could be something interesting. And the winner of the Guardians Rising booster pack code card, a regular viewer also named Unknown Spike, saying, the types I think for UB Burst would be Bug, Psychic, or Fairy. Bug could be one of the typings as well. What if it's like a Bug Fairy? That'd be interesting. And for UB Assembly would be Dark, Rock, Ground, or Steel. Also says, keep up the great work, and I will try to do so. Thank you for your continuing support, as well as Cheese Devil the Cat on the channel, always answering these questions of the day. You guys just want the free cards, don't you? But that's what I give out the codes for, so no judgment here. If you guys want those codes, again, answer those questions, or answer this question coming up later towards the end of the video. And if you haven't tried answering the questions lately, feel free to just answer this one coming up later on. Is it a simple one? What did I want to have as the question? Have I forgotten already? No, I have one in mind. Anyway, moving on. Once again, congratulations to those 2 viewers, Cheese Devil the Cat and Unknown Spike, for winning those code cards. Alright, so into the world of Pokemon news, first thing we're going to mention is the special Ash Hat Pikachu currently available in Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. Alright, so important information right here. Pikachu is wearing Ash's hat from the anime. First of all, I want to point out it's kind of cool that it's referencing Ash Ketchum, the character, who kind of doesn't even really exist in the timeline of the video games, because Ash is never really mentioned, except for Ash Greninja, and now Ash Hat Pikachu, so Ash is getting mentions. I think they're kind of putting the dimension of the anime with the dimension of the video games, almost like what Zinnia was talking about in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, talking about alternate dimensions and stuff, where there was a different Hoenn region that didn't have Mega Evolution, and she was referring to the Game Boy Advance games, because as you look at the data screen of Pokemon that are sent up from the Game Boy Advance game, they say seem to have traveled across space and time. Kind of weird, but anyway. So, Ash Hat Pikachu is going to have, of course, one of the Ash hats that he wears in the anime, and the moveset is going to be inspired from that point of the show, whatever hat Pikachu's wearing, whatever region it happens to be from. Now, interesting thing to note, though, you can only get one of these Ash Hat Pikachu in your game. There are 6 variations. Each one has a particularly different moveset, I believe, and think that's it. But the hat that it wears, of course, you're going to keep the hat. You only get to get one of them. Now, downside for me, if I was to choose one, I would have wanted to get the original Kanto/Johto hat, the Pokemon League Expo hat that Ash wears and so proud of, that Mankey/Primeape stole. But I missed out because the distribution for that one is already done. If you want to get the Hoenn region hat, however, as you can see in this image that's been up there as I've yacked the whole bunch here, you get to enter this special code from September 26th, which was yesterday, to October 2nd, the end of the day, to get the Hoenn Cat Pikachu. The code is a simple Pikachu20. Just go to your mystery gift on the main screen, or the main menu, choose Get Via Code, and you'll connect to the internet, input this code of Pikachu20, and you'll get yourself the Hoenn Cat Pikachu downloaded to your game. Just go to the in-game Pokemon Center, talk to one of the delivery men in the Pokemon Center, you'll get yourself the special Pikachu wearing the Hoenn Cap of Ashes, and then save your game outside the Pokemon Center in case there is still that glitch happening. But save your game so you get yourself that Pokemon, or that Pikachu with the Hoenn Cap locked into your game. This Pokemon's going to come at level 6. I don't get that. There's no way Pikachu was level 6 when Ash made it to Hoenn. Because even, what's her name? From the School of Hard Knocks. What was that girl's name? The one with the Cubone. And I think the Graveler. That's going to annoy me. I can't remember. She's even in Pokemon Yellow, too. Anyway, that trainer did say that Pikachu should be at least level 25 by the time Ash got to that area just outside of Vermilion City. So it can't be level 6. Anyway, I've stammered. I've rambled on about that way too much. Level 6, Hardy Nature. Of course, it's going to be male. Pikachu is a male, and Static is the ability. The moveset for this Hoenn Cat Pikachu is Thunderbolt, Quick Attack, Thunder, and Iron Tail. Alright, so moving on to some more Pokemon 3DS video game news. Gold and Silver, the Virtual Console re-releases, are now available in the eShop for you to download and play through the Gen 2 games from way back when, like what, 18, 19 years ago maybe? Something like that. It's been a while. So you can also, well, of course, you can purchase this and download it for your 3DS system. You can also use the special code that's on the receipt of buying this game to get Celebi downloaded for your Pokemon Sun or Pokemon Moon game, or you can also save that code and get Celebi in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon when they come out November 17th, I believe it is, this coming winter season. So, another thing you can get, though, if you do buy Gold and Silver by January 15th, you'll get a code on your receipt to download special 3DS themes of Gold or Silver. You can put onto your 3DS background screen, home screen, and kind of just bask in the glory of Gold or Silver, the Johto region, whichever game you happen to get yourself a special theme, but only if you buy the game by January 15th. Alright, so the other thing to mention as far as the video game is concerned is, I think this applies only to viewers in the United States because it's related to Target stores, which we used to have in Canada, but they went under and retreated back down south of the border. So if you are in an area with a Target store, you can get a special Charizard from the electronics department in Target. You go and get a special code card that ranges from October 1st to October 14th. So it's not out just yet. Mark your calendar, get yourself one of these special codes from the Target store there. It's going to be a level 50 Charizard holding the red card item. Not sure why, but anyway, it does have the natural ability of Blaze, and it has an interesting egg move, I think. It's only one egg move, the other moves are all just moves that they can learn anyway. Dragon Dance. That's a pretty decent egg move to have. It also comes with Flare Blitz, Fly, and Earthquake. So this, they might be trying to make it a Mega Charizard X. Actually, now that I think about it. But you have to enter this code by February 8th of next year, so you got plenty of time to redeem this code to get yourself a special Charizard. And they say also, while you're at Target, getting yourself this code card from the electronics department. You can also pick up the Charizard-GX Premium Collection, as you can see here. It comes with all sorts of good Charizard-GX stuff. You get your full art card, and I believe it's the exact same card playability-wise as the current Charizard-GX from Burning Shadows with, what are the moves? I don't know, but it has the Raging Out GX, which burns off 10 cards of the opposing deck. It also gets the Crimson Wing, I think, Crimson Storm. It's got some powerful moves. If you want to see what Charizard GX has to offer, check out one of my earlier videos a couple weeks back. I think I used Charizard GX in the online game. You can see some power there behind that. But anyways, It also comes with a special collector's pin, a special Charizard coin, a full art, of course I just said full art Charizard, and a foil oversized card as always. You get 6 booster packs as well in this premium collection, so a lot of cool cards to add to your collection. I'm not sure if they are all from Burning Shadows. I wouldn't think so. They probably range from a bunch of the Sun and Moon expansions, but who knows what they got in there. And I think that's all to mention as far as video game is concerned. Only thing other to mention now is relating to Pokemon TCG. There's a couple things to mention, but the first thing I want to talk about is a new, let's call it a mini expansion between Burning Shadows and the upcoming Crimson Invasion. This new set is called Shining Legends, and I don't think they have an information on when it's being released, but they do say how it's going to be released, and it's kind of interesting. It relates to the Pokemon TCG Generations expansion that came out at one point. Anyway, this Shining Legends expansion is going to feature 75 new cards, actually more than 75 new cards. I always write in the news, I say 75 plus. When I see 75, I say the number, and I should realize that if I see plus, I got to say over 75. That's just me messing up my own news description. Anyway, more than 75 new cards are being featured. Booster packs are going to feature 11 cards with 2 guaranteed foil cards in every booster, which is kind of cool. They're not going to be sold separately as individual boosters, however. Much like Generations and the Pokemon 20 celebration back in 2016, they will only be sold in special collections. You have to keep your eyes peeled and see if you can find yourself some of these Shining Legends boosters. So, it's going to feature legendary and mythical Pokemon such as, they mentioned Zekrom, Latios, Keldeo, probably a few others. And some new Pokemon GX are going to be featured in this expansion, such as Entei-GX, Mewtwo-GX, Raichu-GX. Why is Raichu-GX featured in this Shining Legends? I don't know. Maybe it'll be shiny? I don't know. Anyway, it does say keep your eyes peeled for such special rare things, such as Shining Jirachi and Shining Volcanion. Now, let's talk a little bit about some of the cards in this expansion. First of all, Mewtwo-GX. When I first saw this card, I suddenly had a thought. Do you think they'll bring Mega Evolution back to the TCG? Because we could have a Mega Mewtwo-GX, possibly. Who knows? I don't know if they're going to go back to the Megas, because, of course, the Megas have been replaced with the Z attacks, Z moves now, the Pokemon GX attacks, so we'll see. It'd be cool if you could Mega Evolve and have a new Mega GX attack. Anyway, Mewtwo-GX, 190 HP Psychic type card. For 1 Psychic Energy, Full Burst does 30 times the amount of energy attached to this Pokemon. Pretty decent power. Super Absorption for a Psychic and Colorless does 60 and heal 30 from this Pokemon. And Psystrike-GX, 3 Psychic Energy does 200. This attack's damage isn't affected by any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. So, kind of underwhelming. I mean, it's 200 damage, but you think that you want to have some sort of special effect. You know, I guess 200 without any resistance type thing, that'd be good. So, I guess I shouldn't count that out just yet. But you only get to use it once per game is the problem. Anyway, the next card we're going to look at is kind of an interesting one. It is not a GX, but it is your basic Hoopa. I believe it's the first time we've had a Darkness-type Hoopa in the TCG. So 120 HP. The most important thing here is the ability of Scoundrel Guard. Prevent all effects of attacks, including damage, done to this Pokemon by your opponent's Pokemon GX or Pokemon EX. Much like we have the current Burning Shadows Alolan Ninetales, it has the ability, I forget what it's called, but same thing. It prevents damage done to it by, or I think, effects and damage done to it by attacks from EXs and GXs. Kind of nice. The only other card they've shown so far is Reshiram, which I think might be kind of like a reprint of a previous Reshiram. Outrage does 20 plus, well for 2 colorless, 20 plus 10 more damage for each damage counter on it, and for 2 fire and a colorless, Scorching Breath does 130, but it can't attack on the next turn. Of course, things like benching it could retreat or remove that. You could also play Pokemon Ranger, any number of ways you can get around something like that, but I think that was the same attacks that a basic Reshiram had from a previous expansion. Now, I think that is all to mention for the news. It's now time to get into the question of the day, which I had the old one written down, and I was like, wait, what is my question again? I remembered it. Alright, so, for your chance to win one of the 3 code cards chosen randomly from these booster packs I'm about to open up, just leave your answer to the question of the day in the comments down below with hashtag QOTD in the comment, and I'm going to say within a week's time, I'm going to try to really focus and do these draws once every week. So, within a week's time, I'll be doing some random draws of names that are down in the comments below with hashtag QOTD answering this question for a chance to win randomly selected one of these booster packs here. And we're going to open up the oldest one first. with the Phantom Forces. I'm kind of saying I'm hoping to get a Versus Seeker, even though they are no longer standard, but we'll see what I get. So the question of the day is going to be in relation to Pokemon Go. If you haven't seen my Pokemon Go video yesterday, feel free to check it out. There is currently an Equinox event going on in which 2-kilometer eggs are hatching more special Pokemon, let's say. We've hatched some Mareep, Chansey can be hatched, Larvitar can be hatched, and my question is, which baby Pokemon is your favorite and why? So as far as baby Pokemon are concerned, they would be like in Gen 2, Igglybuff, Cleffa, Tyrogue would be one of them, Pichu. Would you count Togepi as a baby Pokemon? I guess. I'm not sure, because it's considered a new species, not a pre-evolution of a current species. Anyway, other baby Pokemon such as Wynot and Mantike. What else is there? Badoo is actually one of them as well. So a number of baby Pokemon have come out. If you're not sure what baby Pokemon, or which Pokemon are considered babies, just let me know any basic Pokemon that can hatch out of an egg, essentially. Which one of those is your favorite and why, and just leave that answer down below. As for me, I think I would probably say Wynot, just because of how weird it looks. You know what? I just realized I'm not centered right now. I'm still used to doing the news thing. Anyway, yeah, I think Wynot, because of the way it looks, and the fact that I'm not sure what its Japanese name is, but in the English translation, the English dub of Pokemon, whenever they have it speak, it uses 3 syllables. It must be its Japanese name having 3 syllables, but the Wynot, whenever they say something to it, it says, why? Why not? And I'm like, that's got a good point. Why? Why not? I don't know. But just the way it looks and the fact that it can be kind of scary. Like, I've seen people do Nuzlocke playthroughs, and Wobbuffet is always a big threat for them. I don't find it all that tough to deal with, but then again, watch me say that and lose to a Wobbuffet at one point in the randomizer. But Wynot has just as much problem, just as much threat to it as Wobbuffet can. Something I found interesting, I was watching Shady Penguin do a playthrough of... I don't remember. It might have been one of the Gen 4 games, but actually it would have to be at least a Gen 4 game, because technically I believe Wynot is in Gen 3, but I don't think you can normally get it. But it's definitely in Gen 4. He was so distraught after having lost a Pokemon already, and a Wynot showed up. He used his Swellow's Fly Attack. As it went up, Wynot used Destiny Bond. Fly Attack took it out. He lost his Swellow as well. So Wynot has some serious threat to it, some serious danger backing it up. So we got the code card this way. Gonna hide it off to the side, and we're gonna see what cards I happen to get out of my Phantom Forces booster pack. Starting with the commons as always, we're gonna go with a Fletchling. We've got a Carablast. Skarmory is next. Now is Pumpkaboo. Oh, this could be a Night March booster pack. We got Chansey. Uncommon cards going with Tierno. We've got Boldore. An Enhanced Hammer, pretty decent. The reverse foil is a Diggersby. And the rare card is... Oh, I don't have these yet. They're not standard anymore, but a Team Flare Hyper Gear. A Jamming Net. Very cool. Now you can attach it to the opposing Pokemon EX, which kind of interesting. Only 2 of these different tools are available right now, and you can this is the only time thus far, and I think even to this day, that it allows you to attach one of your own cards to the opposing Pokemon. What this does is the attacks of the Pokemon's cards attached to do 20 less damage to all defending Pokemon. So that's pretty cool to get. My first Team Flare Hyper Gear. I'm going to put you guys up here as we open up the next booster pack. I chose this one out of my collection. There are still a lot of other booster packs waiting to be opened in future news videos, but I went with this one because this is currently the most, or like the earliest legal set for the Pokemon TCG Standard rotation currently going on. So let's see what the Breakthrough booster pack gives us. First of all, let's grab this code card, make sure it's not revealed on camera. We are good. No one saw that code. Boom, there it goes. Alright. Let's see what cards we get for my collection from Breakthrough. And I still got so many codes, so many cards from the earlier packs I opened up last time. I've got to put these away today. Starting with commons of Croaky. We've got Misdreavus, Hoot Hoot, Cyndaquil, a lot of Gen 2 Pokemon here, and Spritzy. Oh, there's another Gen 6. Uncommon cards beginning with a Swoobat. We've got Frogadier. Last one is a Staravia. Reverse foil card is going to be an Axew. And the rare card is a Vivian with the ability of Energy Color. Once during your turn before you attack, you may flip a coin. If head, search your deck for a basic energy card and attach it to one of your Pokemon. It's kind of nice, but if you're going to use Grass or Electric, I would say Vikavolt is your better option because it doesn't need a coin flip. You can choose 2 energy cards, 1 Grass, 1 Lightning, and attach it. And you can do Sleep Powder for 60, put the opponent's Pokemon to sleep. Alright, the last booster pack is the most recent booster pack, and here's where I get to test myself to see, can I remember the pack trick because of how there's an energy card in here. So we're going to chop this off the top, grab the code card, secret it off to the side, make sure it doesn't reveal itself. Oh, almost did. Alright, off to the side it goes. I've already seen the first card, but I didn't really see the name, so let me think here. 3 uncommons. One of these is the energy, these 3 here. I messed this up last time, I think. I'm going to say this is probably the energy. Rare, reverse foil. Let's try this. I probably messed this up. If I did it right, though, this is the basic energy. I think I did it right. We got a Lightning Energy. We've got common card. Yep, Venipede. I think I did this, guys. Sandy Gas. It's Icona. We've got Moralol. And 4th common should be Crabrawler. I think this is the last common. Stuffle. Why do we have so many Stuffle and Beware in these expansions? I believe I've heard the next one, Crimson Invasion, features another Stuffle and Beware. Every expansion thus far has had their own Stuffle and Beware. Why? Anyways, uncommon cards, I think, starting with Seadra. We've got Rotom Dex Pokefinder mode. I kind of like this. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck and put them back in any order, or shuffle them back into the deck. I love when cards give you an option like that. Last uncommon should be a Super Scoop Up. Reverse foil, I think, is a Duskull, and the rare card of the Burning Shadows booster pack is... I've got a GX, very cool! Noivern GX, we have used this on the channel. Get a nice close-up of that. It is, unfortunately blurry, but it looks pretty fancy. There you go, look at the shine. So I'll just read this off quickly. Noivern GX, stage 1 with the 200 HP Dragon-type card. For Darkness and Colorless, Distort does 50. Your opponent can't play any item cards from their hand during their next turn. So that is like the current, I guess, standard legal Quaking Punch, I believe it is, of Seismitoad, or Seismitoad EX. Preventing the opponent from playing item cards is pretty disruptive in Pokemon TCG. Now for Psychic, Darkness, and a Colorless, Sonic Volume does 120. Your opponent can't play any special energy cards from their hand during the next turn. So you do more damage with that attack, but special energy cards not being played is not the worst thing. Items are definitely a more detrimental drawback for your opponents to have to focus on. And for Psychic, Darkness, and Colorless, Boomburst GX, this attack does 50 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon, even the ones on the bench. Don't apply weakness and resistance to the bench Pokemon. You are going in a sleeve once I can put all my cards away, but that was a cool card for me to get. Pokemon GX, I will take it. And again, for your chance to win one of these 3 code cards and hopefully have similar good luck in the online game, answer the question of the day and include hashtag QOTD in the comment, and you'll go into the running for one of those 3 code cards chosen randomly, drawn at randomly. I kind of messed up my words there. Anyway, once again, that question of the day is, which baby Pokemon is your favorite and why? Or why not? Just leave that answer down below, and let's say next week I'm hoping for, aiming around Wednesday, I'll do a random draw of everyone that's answered that question for that hashtag in the comment, and you have a chance to win one of those code cards. But with that, we are done the news update video thingy. I don't think there's anything else that was needing to be mentioned. There are a few other things that are coming up later on in October, but I got time to do a news update on those as we get closer to that time, so I'll focus on doing that later on. But with all that, I say we are done. Feel free to check out some more videos on the channel. I'll have some links during the outro to some more videos, such as the Pokemon Go Equinox event. I just did the video on that yesterday. Over the weekend, we had our return to the Pokemon Wi-Fi battling of Sun and Moon. We had the Mega Melee online competition, which reminds me, I do want to do some viewer battles with folks out there. And I realized one of the flaws that I had or thought of was, you guys are going to know the strategies that I'm using for my Pokemon. Who's to say I can't use different Mega Evolution potential, such as, I don't know, maybe Stinger the Beedrill could be used, could also use my own Altaria, so I could mix things up a little bit and keep things interesting for some battles out there. So if you're interested in doing any Wi-Fi battling with me using the Mega Melee rules, feel free to let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see if I can do a recording and set up some recording times for you folks out there to give you a chance to shine on the channel by taking me on in some battles. Am I going to win? I don't know. I'm going to have fun. That's the important thing. But I think that is all there is to mention. Feel free to subscribe to the channel during the outro as well. There'll be a little link on my face to click on that and subscribe to the channel for more daily Pokemon updates from Professor Chaz. But with that, I think it's time to sign off. Professor Chaz is signing off. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you next time.